I'm partnering up with Epidemic Sound to do a film competition about something that you love. But if you guys want to enter in this competition, what I need from you is a 1 to 2 minute short film about something in your orbiting day-to-day life that you love and that you're passionate about. This could be your dog, cat, pet goldfish, photo on the wall, or blade of grass. So long as you can make a compelling documentary about this in 120 seconds or less, you can submit it to a link in the description below. Due date for this competition will be November 25th. First place will win a 1-year subscription to Epidemic Sound, and the second and third place will receive a 6-month subscription. More info about this at the end of the video. Can't wait to see what you guys make. Hey, buddy. What? Speak. He's a good boy. Today I'm going to be talking about why it's important to make a movie about your dog, or anything that's sort of close to you. This is the story of more than just a dog. This is a story of Tyson. So why do you make a movie about something that's close to you, something that you're passionate about? I think us as storytellers, we are continually drawn to those really cool stories that maybe we see in the news, we see on our favorite TV channel. Does anybody watch TV? Or we watch something about it and get excited. We want to do the next Netflix series about Michael Jordan or the Bulls, or we want to do something about this Everest hiker. But the reality is, with things like the pandemic, the limitations to being able to travel, flight, or even just budgetary constraints, it's really hard to make those big documentaries or big films that we've all kind of been born to make. I'm gonna let you in on something really important to know. Those things that you want to do, those big projects, those big picture ideas that you're like, this is I want, those aren't gonna come. Like, they don't come unless you actually put something forward and something to make. And that's not just a pitch. That's not just writing a really good treatment or a script and crossing your fingers that you'll somehow come across the contact information on someone's IMDb page. You have to actually do work. Well, the big thing I realized is like, well, how do I do the work? I don't have a Michael Jordan in my backyard. And what I realized is that I actually have a really cool story around me all the time. And that's my dog, Tyson. And over time, over about the span of 6 months, I had all this cool footage. And then I'm like, okay, well, maybe there's a story here. And so I interviewed my sister, I started writing some dialogue, and eventually came up with a film that I was like super excited about. I premiered it to my family, showed it to friends, got like, I always feel so weird with this comment, but people are like, oh, I cried during your movie. And I'm like, I don't know if I should feel good or bad about it. So for those of you who cried watching it, I'm sorry. But I'm also happy. I don't know what to do with your tears. So I made this movie, and it meant so much to me to make it, but also it made more to people to watch it. And I think there's actually something really beautiful about telling a story about the everyday, but telling it through your lens or telling it through a cinematic gaze. If you've ever scoured the internet and looked at multiple incredible filmmaking influencers out there, they all do really good videos on gear. It's not that they have this special unreleased tool to tell this film. Okay, maybe they have like a really expensive camera, but that aside, they have an incredible built-in tool, which is storytelling. And they're able to tell a story about literally anything, a product, a camera. Cameras are the most basic thing to tell stories about, and yet you can watch these really engaging films. They're literally pieces of machinery that like Sam Colder can tell these like life-changing documentaries about a drone. And then you watch Peter McKinnon videos about coffee, and you're like, how did I ever think that coffee could be so cool? And then you start making those videos. The reality is we make a lot of movies with things in our backyard. And so I sort of dove into doing this, using the tools that I've gained in building my craft, and made a movie about my dog. And I shot it in my own backyard with family, friends, and made this movie that like was his big impact. And so I want to put that out to you guys to be able to make a movie about something that's close to you, because when you have something like that under your belt, maybe it's not going to get the millions of views that perhaps a coffee B-roll montage will get, or maybe it won't get the traction or the sort of branded partnerships that maybe a mock Coca-Cola commercial could get. But what this will get you the step closer to doing is maybe that documentary that you've always dreamed to make. Maybe interviewing a family or friend or following your dog around for a day will get you to learn how to tell a story about anything. What I realized with when we premiered the Tyson movie is that people looked at their animals differently afterwards. They had this new respect for Tyson, this dog that ran around between their feet at lunchtime. That was really cool, and it was really neat to sort of see that evolve out of this exchange of 10 minutes. And this leads me into the competition that I want to do with you guys in partnership with Epidemic Sound. They have gracefully gifted the spots of 3 different prizes for a filmmaking competition that I want to do with you guys, which is a short story about something you're passionate about competition. That's really long, just like a film competition about stuff you love. And what that entails is to make a 1 to 2 minute short film about something that's close and near and dear to your heart, similar to what I did with the Tyson movie. If you guys have not seen this, please hit the link in the description below and watch it. It'll give you a little bit of inspiration. Now, I did that movie for like months, so no, like you don't need to do stuff with like drawings and things in it. You have around 2 weeks to do this. The deadline will be November 25th. 2021 this year, and the winners will receive some really awesome prizes. I used all of Epidemic Sound's music for my short film Tyson. I found that they had a great selection of music that really just got the feelings going. I think it actually was the other 50% of the storytelling of the project. And if you guys hit a link in the description below, you guys can get a 1-month free trial to give it a shot and use it for your movie for this month. There's some really cool prizes available, as well as an awesome opportunity to make something you love. Daily, I wonder if he's just always high. Like if every day is just a mushroom trip for him. Okay, so what do I mean by something you love? You can do a movie about your pet, dog, cat, goldfish. You could do it about a blade of grass in your backyard, a coffee mug that maybe has some sort of resemblance, a photograph on your wall, any sort of thing that orbits your life every day that you get to see that you can make a movie about. And I promise you, if you look at something long enough that revolves around your house, 100% you can do a 60-second to 120-second video about that thing. You could probably even do a full feature about it. And I'm so excited to see what you guys create. Do some interviews, do a voiceover, follow this thing around if it's an animal, and just have fun with it. This has been the most rewarding and fulfilling projects I have done in a very long time. So I'm excited to see you guys do something similar with this competition. And finally, for those of you like, Zach, you've been wearing these like pretentious glasses the entire time throughout this video. Why? These are blue light filter glasses from my friends. Their company is called Quality Life. You guys can hit a link in the description below to take a look at this. No, it's not sponsored. Yes, I have like a promo code link, but that's just for you guys. I absolutely love these things. Blue light filter glasses just help you sleep better and makes everything, look at it. It gives everything like a color grade. Can you see that? That's what I get to see all the time. It's awesome. Anyway, you guys can take a look at those in the links. I love you. Have fun with the film competition, and I'll see you guys in another video.